at this point, you got to ask yourself as a fan, what makes sense for LeBron James right now? Is it Golden State? Is it Cleveland? Is it Philly? Is it Miami? I'm gonna break it down to what I got 4 teams. I think that's that makes all the sense for LeBron. Now, as you guys see, the NBA franchises are quickly letting LeBron know he's no longer worth 50 million. At best, he's worth what 30 million a year. But depending on what team he goes to, because there's no money. If you look at all of the teams that had money to spend this all season, it's not that many teams. It's not like it was when we saw Allen Crabbe, Timothy Mozgov, Luol Deng. We saw all those players get max contracts. It's not like that. This year was the stiffest it's been in a while in terms of free agency, in terms of the money franchises have to spend. Not only at the CBA, you got to account for that. They're taking away any possibility of teams being able to stack more than 2 All-Stars now or 2 max guys, unless they are on rookie deals coming out of those rookie deals. Cleveland doesn't make sense to me because if you're going into war with your best second and third option being James Harden and Donovan Mitchell, you're going to lose that war. You're going to get gentlemen swept. Even though you got Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, I've seen Evan Mobley come up too short. Kenny Atkinson still doesn't know what to do with Evan Mobley in the playoffs. He went from a defensive player of the year candidate, all-star player, to looking worse than Jalen Duren, if not the same. Golden State makes a lot of sense for me simply because you got Steph Curry. With the possibility at AD, even if you don't add the AD, you still got Steph, Draymond, and Jimmy Butler. Those will be good battle mates. But what scares me about this team is their age. Not only that, Kristaps Porzingis is never healthy. Steph hasn't been healthy these last couple of years. Draymond Green, for the most part, has been healthy, missing a couple of games because why play all of those games when you know you're not going to make the playoffs? Anyway, AD not that healthy. And the Washington Wizards already came out and said they're not going to trade AD, but we all know that's cap. If you come with the right price, they will let him go. And also, too, this is Jimmy Butler's last year. So if you trade AD, let Jimmy go. I don't know what the 2027 free agent pool looks like, but I'm pretty sure you're going to have a lot of money to spend to add to your squad. You let AD go, now you got an excuse to get higher in the draft in 2027. LeBron returns after 10 years winning that championship for the Cleveland Cavaliers. That makes sense. Miami would be a good spot for LeBron because why? They need a point guard. The last time we saw LeBron James run point for a franchise, it was the Los Angeles Lakers, and they ended up winning a championship. Although it was in a bubble, please stop forgetting that LeBron James, as well as Kawhi Leonard, Lakers, Clippers, said they did not want to play in the bubble. They want to, hold off on the season. It was all 28 other teams that said, no, we want to play. We want to go for the championship. We want to earn extra money. What LeBron say? Okay, y'all want to take me away from my family during this pandemic? I'm going to show y'all. They won a championship with them playing point guard. Let them play point guard for the Miami, have Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bam running them pick and rolls. Now, the shooting, the spacing, it's going to be a lot of drop coverage. And we saw when you build a wall, you play drop coverage on Giannis, he becomes obsolete. It makes no sense for me for him to join Miami other than the simple fact that he'll get to play point guard. That's the only reason. You still got, never mind, they got Tim Hardaway and Andrew Wiggins, my bad. So they got a little bit of floor spacing, but for the most part, you really don't have to guard Giannis Antetokounmpo or Bam Adebayo. And I know LeBron. His IQ gonna kick in. He gonna be able to pick a team apart and to go back to the player, to the coach, to the franchise that helped you get your first ring. I would love to see that. Golden State, it makes sense. And then again, when I look at it, it really don't make sense because if Steph Curry goes down, you're back to square one. If you go to Miami, Giannis goes down, you got Andrew Wiggins, and there I said Bam Adebayo, but that's not good. Bam goes down, you still got Giannis. That's not good. Cleveland, Harden goes down, you got Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Jared Jackson. If one of those players go down, you got what? Because if we being real, they got 4 All-Stars around LeBron. 4 players that made the All-Star game. If you go to Philly, Philly makes the most sense for me simply because you got Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, and Joel Embiid. This will be a poor man's version of the Golden State Warriors when they had Steph, Clay, Draymond, and Kyrie. Not Kyrie, but Steph Curry. That would be what this version is. It will be the Philly, it will be the Eastern Conference version of what the Golden State Warriors were. The Philadelphia 76ers to me makes the most sense because it gives them the best opportunity to get back to the finals. And we know Joel Embiid will expose either Chet Holmgren or Victor Wembanyama if he's healthy. It makes sense. Now, Cleveland, I know, but I don't think LeBron at this point in time want to go through the headache of having James Harden on his team, dude. How many more times y'all need to see James Harden come up short in the playoffs? Y'all swore him going to the Cleveland Cavaliers was going to be a difference. No, you couldn't fool me. Especially playing alongside Donovan Mitchell, who comes up short in the playoffs since in Utah. Philly makes the most sense. Jaylen Brown will be his sidekick. Hasn't had a point guard as elite as Tyrese Maxey since Kyrie Irving. And you know the last time we saw that happen, he actually went to the finals many times. Now, Kyrie did come up short a couple of times when they added KD. I just speculate he was just helping KD win that championship the last time they played. But that's neither here nor there. Philly makes the most sense for LeBron James.